All right, shalom, shalom. Like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Hadash. Okay. And double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, it's Tyler. Y'all coming back real quick with a quick impromptu. And this guy, this guy is crazy, man. It's Noah Yahari. Okay. Yuval Noah Harari, all right? He's a Satanist, okay? That's to put it short to the point. Because he wants no dealings with Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and the things that he says is blasphemous, okay? Upon the Lord's name, okay? Holy name. And this is just one of his quotes. All right? And it says, natural selection consequently favored early births, and indeed, compared to other animals, humans are born prematurely, when many of their vital systems are still underdeveloped. A colt can trot shortly after birth. A kitten leaves its mother to forage on its own when it is just a few weeks old. Human babies are helpless, dependent for many years on their elders for sustenance, protection, and education. All right, and we're not animals, okay? Animals do that because their natural instinct is that we have to come online first, so to speak. All right, we have to get all our senses. Our senses take time to develop. The human brain is not really developed. It's developed for all the natural functions of the body. Okay, when you first come out of your mother's womb, all right, all systems are online for that. You know, you can wiggle your toes and everything like that. You can use the bathroom. You have slob coming out of your mouth. You know, things like that. You're here, but it takes a while for you to hone and control those processes. You know, that you're doing, and that's because we're men. We're not animals. Okay, and this devil wants to ramp that up. He wants to speed that up. All right, who is he? Okay, this guy says some real weirdo shit, man. Okay, and this is all based on transhumanism. Okay, emerging man with machines. It's their big idea. All right, like you see in anime cartoons and what's that? That Universal Soldier. All right, monstrosities. That's what they want to bring forth upon the earth, just so they can say that they invented something or they did better than the Most High. Those are monstrosities, man. You can't do better than the Most High, okay? Like it was this video going around on Instagram of them with a super soldier lifting up was that a plane wheel with one hand above his head, okay, with the rim in it. All right. So they got systems, they got these things in play, but it'll come to naught, man. And I bet you if they don't keep that super soldier doped up with all type of shots and shit, this man will break down. Okay? Let me see if I still can find that video. Yeah, I don't know where that video is. I can't find it now. But if I find it, I'll put it in post-production. But hey, this guy was powerlifting one tire that belonged on the jet, right? And just strong arm lifting it in the air and putting it above his head, and then putting it back down on the ground easily. Okay, so there's things out there, that they have made, and they're gonna release them soon. All right, time of Jacob's trouble, time like no other. Those are all the principles that's coming out, the main things. But this devil here, this is what his idea is. He thinks that they can do better than the Most High, and it's stated in the scriptures. Let's go to it. With Obadiah Salaki. Let's go to Habakkuk. I think that's what it is. Salaki. I'm looking for. Second. Yeah, this is Isaiah 14:14. I don't know. I thought it was Habakkuk or Obadiah. Early in the morning. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So this is in his God complex that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai installed in him. All right. He thinks that he's going to be omnipotent. All right. And this is where you get the thought of the RFID microchip. This is where you get the thought of, him wanting to be inside of your business 24/7. Okay. Because he thinks that he's the omnipotent one. Okay. And there's truly something wrong with this man. All right. When you got Kill Gates over here thinking that he's going to manipulate farm animals. Okay. Because of methane reasons, he can make a better cow that reduces methane release. Okay. Mind you, that's a system that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, they formulated that system together. All right. They know what it's doing. They know why it's like that. It's like that for a reason, man. And we have all these beautiful trees here on the planet to take away that effect and produce more oxygen. Okay. Now them taking away this methane, which is CO2. All right. It has another element, but anything that comes out of the body is exhaust, which would be looked at as CO2. Okay. And it turns that CO2 into oxygen. So that's needed on the planet. Okay. And these devils are seeking to change that, which is going to put the earth in worst cases, man. See, this devil goes around and he messes up ecosystems, okay, in the way of life of men for no good reason. All right. But that's the program that the Lord has him installed with. And it's only for his detriment. All right. It's going to be to his ruin. All right. Let me get these two scriptures too. Let me get this real quick. Salaki. This is Romans 9:20. It says, Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God? All right? You don't know what's going on. you ain't working on many different levels. All right. The Lord is in the seen and the unseen. Okay. And he doesn't have to be there to control any of it because he set it on this course. All right. All things are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Right? Let's get this real quick. Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Okay, so it's the maker of the pot that desires what will be. Okay, if it will be for good use or bad use, all things are perfect to the Most High. Okay, and you can't undo what He has did. I would put that like that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, this is Job 38 and 1. It says, Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Right? And this is what this devil, Yahar, Yovel, Noah, Harari is doing. He doesn't know anything. He thinks he does. That pseudoscience is fake as hell. All right? And it's not going to come to no avail. It says, Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declared if thou hast understanding. Who hath laid the measure thereof, if thou knowest, or who hath stretched the line upon it? Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? All right. When the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Okay. This is the creation. All right. If you wasn't dead, then you shouldn't be speaking about it. And those men that were there, okay, we're telling you, we did not put things we put things in order, right? I'll say this, the first fruits put things in order according to the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And they didn't do that alone, okay? The plans were drawn up for them. They didn't ask why. They just made sure the plans got put in place, all right, where they needed to go, all right? Just like when you see people erect buildings, the men building a building, they didn't draw the plans. They just putting things as the blueprint says, okay? Or who shut up the sea with doors when it breaketh forth as if it had issue out of the womb. All right. When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness, and swallowing band for it, and break up for it my decreed place, and set bars and doors, and said, Hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud ways be stayed. Okay? So things are not gonna do as they wish. All right. Yes, you can be what you're supposed to be, but you're not gonna overstep. The waters are not gonna come on the land and be mighty. Okay. Be that pronounced things, waves on the land. When you come on land, people are distraught. We call it a flood. Okay. But out there in the ocean, you're a mighty wave. But when you come on shore and you're overtaking buildings and on property and taking out cars and everything, you're what's that what's that word? That will put it will be you be a nuisance. Okay? You're not what you're meant to be. If you're a wave, you're meant to be out there in the ocean. That's why he prescribed the ocean for you if you're a wave. So this devil right here, he thinks that he's mightier than the Most High, and he's messing up God's green creation, man. And he's going to be taken out for that. This is why it says the things that it says in Obadiah. All right? This is exactly why it says the things that it says in Obadiah. All right? We can't leave this place to anybody. All right? Just anybody anymore. Because Job 9 and 24, the earth is already given in their hands. Okay? To the wicked. Well, let me read this in Obadiah, and that'll be it, man. You know? This is why these type of devils that have this high mindset about themselves, this is why they're going to perish, man. You can't change the workings of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? He has a problem with a baby have to wait upwards to 2 years. All right? To learn how to walk and talk. All right? Oh, the devil, man. Let me get this. This is Obadiah 1 and 18. It says, In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Right? This is why. Because they have these insane ideas, man. They think that they gonna overstep Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And the Lord, the King of all kings, is on his way to quell this, man. To put the muzzle on this wild beast, man. Okay? Which is named Esau, which is of the nation of Edom, the progenitor of the nation of Edom, which is the so-called white men. All right? So, with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah, Kadash, Hadash, Salaki, and double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all the brothers teaching in the truth and the sincere Akwa for listening. Shalom.